Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How is everyone doing this week? Oh my gosh, it's been a really crazy week for me. I don't know how it's been for you, but things have just been really wild and crazy. We just came off of that super moon, and I'm telling you, I was feeling the energy of that way before it even happened. And that moon this time around was really making us dig deep into our personal lives. We were reevaluating our relationships. We were reevaluating our jobs, our careers, our home lives, everything that encompassed all of that. And it was big, big, big energy. And I can tell you that a couple of weeks ago, I had a really tough weekend. And, I think that people who are spiritual, we forget we are human and that we can have what I will call spiritual meltdowns, right? You go into these really dark places that you don't want to go, that you don't feel good being in. But by the time you go through all of that and you say, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm done, whatever, you come out on the other side and you have somehow a renewed purpose and spirit. And so that's, I want to remind everybody, because there are a lot of healers, there's a lot of intuitives and spiritual mediums and psychics out there, all of us lumped in together. And sometimes we forget that we still have to go through those emotions. And it's tough for us because we're always supposed to be taking care of ourselves and vibrating at a high level. And, sometimes you can't do it. You just literally can't do it. And that's kind of where I found myself a couple of weeks ago. So took a little time. I even took a couple of sick days from work and just kind of sat and was able to reevaluate some of the things that I was actually going through. And, if you've listened to my show in the past, I've talked about how important it is to keep your vibration high and how you can manifest all this great stuff in your life. But let me tell you, getting mad, the energy of them being mad and upset about your life or whatever is going on can be just as powerful as the positive side of manifesting. You get to a point where you're like, I'm done. It's over. I'm not doing this anymore. I give up. White flag. I surrender. Spirit, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this work. You get to that place, and then it's really powerful. It sends a message out to the universe of saying, okay, this is a call out, and let's change this up. And so when you do that, then you're able to kind of come back around and then bring all the good stuff back into your life. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm reevaluating things. I'm looking at things with a new eye, with a new sense of being. And, so that's really what took place for me 2 weekends ago and then through this full moon. And then a couple of days ago, I really felt the shift. I felt a shift in the energy. It was lighter. It was more energetic. Yesterday was a really heightened day of intuitiveness. And, if you really sat and looked around, if you saw my post, what I posted yesterday, that if you look around, that you would find that your some of your loved ones were sending you messages and without even thinking about it. I mean, you could intuitively feel what those messages were. I explained it like it was your intuitive gut is like a good cup of coffee with a friend, sitting down and having that conversation. And that's really what it was, that energy that shifted, it brought us into that place of, okay, I'm reevaluating and sitting down and having this cup of coffee with my friend, and we're talking about it, and I feel so much better. I feel so much relief. So, just for everybody out there, you are still human. It's okay to have those really, really bad days, bad weekends, and it's okay to let yourself have that space, because in order to bring us back around to where we need to be, that's really what we need to do. Is we need to get into that really uncomfortable space, and that's where all the growth really, really happens, when you find yourself in that very uncomfortable space. So, looking forward to some really great things to come out of this and come up. So, just so that you know, if you find yourself in that space, try not to be hard on yourself. Roll through it, go through it, find someone to have that cup of coffee with and talk about what's going on, and then rally up and start again. Because great things, it's like the phoenix rising out of the fire. Great things will happen and will come forth through all of that. So anyway, hope that helps all of you out there who may be having some of those similar things that I've been going through as well. But what I'd like to do right now is go to the phone lines. And we have Lynn in North Dakota. Good evening, Lynn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Shine. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.
Good.
Very
Good.
thankful for your time.
Oh, you are so welcome. What can we help you with this evening?
I am wondering if you see any of my family around me. I've suffered great loss lately, and just want to know if you pick up anything or any significance of things that have happened since then, or anything along those lines.
Okay. Well, immediately what I'm feeling is I can feel like the static energy around you. It's like there's been lots of movement, lots of change, lots of I don't know how to explain it other than like the static energy. It's like zapping, and what they're showing me right now is, yes, there has been a lot of loss with you and with your family, and know that this is, it's not going to continue on. I know sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, there's been 1, 2, 3, now what's going to happen next? And so there's always that feeling of that discord of like, you're just waiting for the phone to ring kind of feeling. And so I'm here to let you know that your family says that, that is now behind you. Now you have to really take that time to do the grieving, because you really haven't had that chance. It's like you haven't been able to catch your breath.
Right.
And so they're asking you to take some time for yourself to do that grieving that you need to do.
Do you see anybody in particular around me?
Well, you have a couple people around you. Hang on just a minute. Let me see what I can tune into here. I'm there's a father or a father figure that is coming through very, very heavily.
Yep, that's correct.
Let me see. Hang on one moment. Okay, so oh wow, he's a very gentle soul. Um, he's just so kind, and his energy is so relaxed and so gentle. Um,
Yep,
he's just he's it's like he's got his hands clasped together in front of him, almost bowing his head, and he's saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm putting you through this. And he wants you to know that he's no longer suffering. He's no longer in pain. Um, he's saying he really did not want to leave you the way that he did. Um, things happened way too fast. And
yeah,
he's just saying that he is beside you. He's beside you all the time. And he just wants you to know that he's really sorry and he loves you so very much.
and that was my father figure.
Yes. He's saying that it's okay for you to be mad. Um, he says it's okay. You have to grieve in your own way. And he says you're not allowing yourself that.
Yeah.
There's also a female figure coming through. Um, did you have an aunt that was a lot that you felt like was more like a mother than your mother?
No.
Okay. Um, okay. She's indicating to me that it's an aunt. Um, that you guys had a very close relationship. Um, similar to like a mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. My Aunt Randa.
Okay. She has a cute little personality.
Yeah, she was a hot mess. She really was.
But she's a very dear, sweet person, very humble.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see. She's telling me something here. One moment. Let me see if I can get it translated. She keeps saying that oh honey, you need to look out for yourself.
Yep.
She
this
says
last
you
year
need
has been really, really rough.
Yeah. She says you need to be taking care of yourself. You're taking care of everybody else, and which is great and which is very noble. But you have to remember that you have to put yourself first sometimes in order to help others. Right? And if you are not well and you are not at your tip top shape, then you really can't be service to others.
Right.
And that's what she's saying right now, that, she's showing me like a lot of running around, like she's showing me someone running around a tree trunk, right? Kind of running around in circles. And she's just saying that you need to get off of that merry-go-round.
Gotcha.
And really take a look at you. What what is it that you need, that you require? Um, do you need that time? She's asking things like, do you need that time to read a book? Do you need to be out in nature more? She says there's things that you need to really seriously look at for yourself.
Okay. I will definitely do that. Is there a younger male anywhere around me?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is there a younger male anywhere around me?
I can see him kind of off in the distance, but he is not stepping forward. So when I do readings, it's usually the ones who have the strongest, most prominent the dominant energy, right? So I can kind of see him standing off in the back, but he is not stepping forward. His energy is a little bit lighter, a little bit weaker, and so I'm having trouble kind of reading it.
Okay.
There's something to do with cars. Is there some type of a relationship between him and cars? Like,
oh yeah.
Did he work on cars?
Oh, yes.
Or okay. Because he's showing me cars. And he's showing me a great big heart, which means love.
I've got a heart necklace on right now too.
Okay. Did he give you that necklace?
It was given to me after his passing.
Okay. So the heart shape that I'm seeing is in reference to that necklace. Has he been gone very long?
Not very long. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's showing me that too. And another reason why I ask is, like I said, because his energy is a lot lower, which is indicating to me that he's getting ready to go into like a rest period. So
right.
after we leave our bodies, we need some time to adjust to not having a physical body anymore. And so
right.
sometimes we can go and it'll take, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. It just kind of depends on that soul.
Right.
And so he's indicating to me that he's going into that transition period. But he is very much around you.
Good.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's very good.
He's showing me car symbols like a Trans Am or like some type of a sports car, like that. Was he a sports car fanatic?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
He had a Camaro.
Oh, okay. Trans Am, Camaro. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
What happened to that car?
Did he sell that? Didn't he sell that car? He sold it.
Oh, he sold it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's showing me that car was very, very near and dear to his heart.
Oh yeah.
And I was almost getting the feeling that maybe he had willed it or had given it to somebody within the family, or maybe a friend, because it's almost like feeling like, where that car went. So
Right. He did do that with his truck.
okay.
So that's probably what and I do believe it was a blue truck too.
Okay. Did you have another specific question?
I just want to know that he's okay. Because
Yes,
he was
he
a very
is.
troubled soul here.
Yes, he is. He's very much okay. He says you need not worry, that he is so much better where he's at now. And he's showing me that heart shape again.
That heart shape, you said?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just keeps referring back to that heart shape.
I love him and I miss him every single minute of every single day.
Yeah. So he'll probably be gone for just a little while, but I'm getting that once he comes back after he's done with his rest period, I start looking around for signs and symbols that he's around, because I think he's going to be very visible to you when he comes back.
I have a thing where monarch butterflies flutter around me a lot. And they'll come and they'll circle right in front of me, and then they'll just go off, and then I'll see another one, and it'll do the same thing. It'll come and just make a couple of circles in front of me and then fly off.
Yeah,
I don't know if that has any significance whatsoever, but it's just, I've always taken it as a sign because of the way he left this earth. It just, he committed suicide, so it was pretty traumatic.
Mm-hmm. He was a very free spirit, wasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. So, so he, when you were talking about the butterfly, he was smiling at me and nodding his head. So he's sending you these little messages. The butterfly signifying his free will, his free spirit. And so you're going to automatically be drawn to butterflies, and you're going to take note of them more often. And so just know that when you are doing that, that you can smile and say, hi, I know you're there. Thank you. Because he's sending those along to you.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is
crazy
very,
that you knew that. So.
Yeah, it is very cool.
Yeah.
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 He said he wasn't quite. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just said he's indicating to me that he wasn't quite ready for his time here on Earth. He didn't quite get the full realization of why he was here. And he sees now that he understands now what his purpose was and what he was there for. But yeah, he said he just didn't fully understand it at the time when he was here.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. Yeah. He said he's really sorry. He put a lot of people through some really tough times, and he feels really bad about that.
I forgive him.
Yeah.
I've had to, because it made me crazy. It's been the hardest year and a half of my life.
Yeah. And he's saying he's sorry for that. He really is.
It just misses so much. It's like, he thinks that he's just going to walk in the door, you know?
Yeah.
But I know it's not going to happen. So it's hard to shut that part of the mom brain off, you know?
Right.
Oh.
Right. Right. So yeah,
thank you.
We need some time in there to kind of just to grieve and to be, you know, to be okay with where you are in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. No.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
So,
you
Lynn,
so
we are
much.
coming. You are so very welcome. We are coming down to the last few seconds of our show here. So I want to say thank you so much for calling in, and I hope this helped.
It definitely does. I greatly appreciate you, and I pray blessings all around you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, Lynn. God bless.
You too. God bless.
Well, that does it for us this evening, another Thursday night. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. If you would like to reach out to me, I have classes and I have some open reading spaces that have just opened up. You can touch me over on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com or reach me on my Facebook page, Julie Yeager Medium, Julie YeagerWalker Medium, and Your Time to Shine. Have a great night, everyone.